What's up, Tiger fans? Welcome back to another episode of Tiger Talk TV. I am the Corey C. Make sure you subscribe to the show and turn on those notifications. You don't want to miss a single upcoming episode. You can find us on the Apple Podcast app, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcast. So be sure to follow the show and tell every Tiger that you know. And remember, when you support Tiger Talk TV, it all helps the cause, which is the I love Jackson State University. All right, we're back. Got another special guest, big time guest, and I mean that literally and figuratively. Big man in the building, none other than Alex Valbuena. Welcome to Tiger Talk TV.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
And we got Ken Clark in the building out of nowhere. What's up, KC?
Big,
This is
big,
unexpected.
big
I
Al,
was
what's up,
not
man?
expecting
What
this.
up? How you
Ken
doing?
just popped up, and then he dropped off. There he is. KC,
I'm here,
what's up,
man.
man?
I'm
What's
here,
up? What's up?
man. Hey, man. Listen, I was sitting here talking. I said I got to get this interview. I'm sorry, Alex. It's all my fault.
No, you're good. No worries. No worries at all.
Crazy. Corey been on my neck, man. I gotta, make some time, and I didn't know that he was doing it, so I'm gonna join in if y'all
That's
don't mind.
that's
Nah,
what I'm wondering. How did you know? You just said, "Let me just log on and see if the show is being recorded right now."
In my brain, I said I'm supposed to be doing it. So I had the notification for 2 p.m. So I was
Okay.
like, okay, all right, I'm good. Let me hop on this joint.
Well, you're the busiest man. You got some other stuff to do. We know what you got going on, so
Hey,
I'm
man,
gonna have your back, man.
I
You
had
got
a
he's taking care of some business for Jackson State, Alex. He's taking care of some business. So,
lot of business,
but no,
man.
we're happy to have you. We're happy to have you, KC. We're definitely happy to have you, Alex. How's everything going, man?
it's been going good, man. Just finishing up school here, and then been training all these days. But yeah, I've been just chilling, getting ready to head over there to Jackson. Real excited. Real excited.
So you still in? Are you still in Nashville at the moment?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I don't know how far you guys got, but I'm curious. I'm gonna just ask curiosity questions.
We
Corey
just
gonna be
started.
formal
He
to be
popped up on the
informal.
screen, and you popped up on 5 seconds later. So I
Hey,
mean,
go
we're
ahead.
literally right here at the beginning.
I guess the biggest question I have for you, Alex, as far as like your school, kind of where you are, your classification. I know you want to finish up the semester.
Mhm.
What year is it for you over there at Tennessee State?
So I'll be going into my senior year academically, but on the field, I'll be going to my redshirt senior year, or
Okay.
redshirt junior year. Excuse me, redshirt junior year. Excuse me.
Oh, sweet. So 2 years of eligibility,
Religion for
finna
two
get your
years.
degree. All right, good deal,
Okay.
man. What's that degree, real quick? What's your
Yeah.
majoring in?
Business administration.
That's my major. I like it. I like
Okay.
it.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So let's get to know you. We're gonna get to the football part. Let's get to know you. First of all, I believe you got a nickname. What's that nickname?
Chico.
Chico. Okay.
Yeah.
Chico. So we're family, but who gets to
Yeah.
call you Chico? Your
No,
real
everybody.
family, your teammates, your friends. Can the fans call you Chico?
Yeah, everybody call me Chico. Everybody.
I like it. I like it. What's the origin of Chico?
So my trainer, King Dunlap, he was in the league for about 9 years, and
Yep.
I used to have long hair, got long curly hair, and I used to have
We
braids.
got to see the pictures.
Yeah.
Got to see the
So
pictures.
so I walked in to train with him one day, and he was like, "Oh snap, it's Chico Suave." So,
Chico Suave. I like
and it
Man,
just stuck. So
that's,
now I'm Chico, which
that's
I actually it's a pretty good nickname. I like it.
Oh yeah.
Chico it is. Chico it
Yep.
is. Chico it is. Well, welcome, man. Congratulations on signing and becoming a Tiger. You were already a Tiger, so we can't say
Right.
becoming a Jackson State Tiger. Already were a blue and white Tiger, still a blue and white Tiger. So
Yep.
the only thing that's changed is the Jackson State. So
Right.
congratulations on that.
Right. Thank you. Happy.
Yeah, big blue nation up there, man. Yeah, this is fun. I got a chance to meet you at the spring scrimmage game.
Mhm.
How was your visit, man? Obviously, you and Ace committed,
Mhm.
but kind of want to get your thoughts. So, was that your first time ever coming to Jackson, Mississippi?
Yes, sir. It was great. Honestly, just the vibe, the people, like the atmosphere in HBCU is very unique, but something about Jackson is just literally a family. Like literally.
Yep.
That's
Hey, you
that's
get you speak into the secret sauce, man, of
yeah.
Tiger Nation. It's hard to explain to people who have never experienced it, but we always like to hear it through the eyes, ears, and lens of the players that get to come in and experience it from your side of it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
it
it's
was great.
great. You're realizing that already. You're seeing it already. So that just speaks volumes. That speaks
Absolutely.
volumes. let's get to know you before we get into the football part. Tell us, what do you like to do off the field? If you weren't playing football, what would probably be taking up the majority of your time other than school?
Video gaming. I don't
Okay.
really do. Yeah, I'm a big video game guy. Love gaming.
Okay.
Very
So
simple man. I just like to be in my room and chill. I stay to myself.
what you playing right now, man?
So right now I'm like mixing in between little Marvel Rivals, little Rainbow, little Call of Duty, little NCAA, just whatever. I'm a
Yeah.
gamer. I play it all.
Hey man, esports is a very big thing now. We used
Yeah.
to play coming up. Obviously Nintendo, Sega. For some folks Atari, but now online gaming is a serious thing, man. It's just a lot of money that can be made, a lot of tournaments and all that good stuff. I kind of stay away from Call of Duty, man, because I gotta go to work, man. Gotta
Yeah,
get up,
right.
sleep. I'll be up all night, Corey.
Yeah,
Or
that
just
game is for people who have time for it, really. Yeah, I got a lot of
I had
time.
to let it go. Yeah, because it was taking up too much of my time. So I let all the games go. I let them go.
Fair.
Yeah, yeah. So let's take it back, man. Where did you grow up? Where are you from and where'd you grow up?
So I've been here in Nashville my whole life.
Okay.
So
oh, nice.
yeah, I've been in Nashville my whole life. So that's another reason why I kind of wanted to go somewhere else. I've been here my whole life, ready to kind of get out of this situation. It's kind of become a lot.
Did you grow up a Titans fan? Are you a Titans fan?
It's embarrassing.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
I'm a Panthers fan.
How did you get away with that? How did you get away with that?
I know.
Because the Titans were already there before you were born, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Titans were there. So how
so
is that possible?
So the way I got into football was the love of it was through Cam Newton. So then I became a Cam Newton fan. Then I stayed with the Panthers just for pure loyalty's sake. So I'm kind of hurt right now. Just hearing that question hurt a little bit. Just reminded me of what happened this past season.
Yeah.
So Alex, you mentioned Cam Newton being a big reason why you got involved with football, became a fan of football. But how'd you get started playing? Were you just bigger than everybody else, or did they push you into it, or that you naturally wanted to play?
My guy Ken Clark saw me in person. I'm not that big. I mean,
relatively speaking, not that big for a football player or an offensive lineman. But
yeah, offensive lineman.
Can I say one thing about that? Like, Ace made you look a lot smaller.
That was it. Standing next to Ace.
Standing right next to Ace.
For the Jackson State fans. Yeah.
I got to be honest. I thought you was like his brother. I thought you was his brother. I thought it was like, he came with his family.
His little brother.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute. Is this the young brother? Because I watched the film.
That's what we
said. I'm like, is this the gentleman who was in there just manhandling jokers, chunking them around and throwing them all left? And I said, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No, don't let the size fool you.
Don't let it fool you.
Don't let it fool you. Yeah, you boys inside that interior offensive line, man. So you definitely represent well for the trench guys.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so like back to where it started. So like my story is pretty weird. So I started playing football a little bit in 7th grade. Then I fully like kind of got into it 8th grade, and then I changed schools and got moved up to varsity like 8th grade year. So ever since then, I started playing football. I played both sides, and then I started getting like some talking to schools a little bit, but nothing too crazy. And then junior year, I was told that I could have a chance to potentially play at the college level. Mm-hmm. So that's like my junior year of high school when I started taking it seriously. Then I transferred to a better school situation-wise for football in high school my senior year, and that's when I guess more colleges started to reach out. But I was in college, like in terms of high school, I didn't really get any offers. So yeah, but I started football 7th grade, went to 8th grade. So yeah, I started around that point, and then started taking it seriously around sophomore, junior year.
So you in your senior year, you're taking football serious. You said not a lot of offers came in. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about how you chose Tennessee State. I know it's your hometown. You're in school. Did you choose to? Is Tennessee State just a place you wanted to go to? Let's talk about were you recruited? Let's get that story.
So like for me, I really didn't know much about college football until my like senior year of high school. So I didn't really know much. I just knew like the divisions and subdivisions and stuff like that. So in terms of the situation, I knew the highest level was Division I. I knew I wanted to play at that level. I knew I wasn't going to get offered because of my height, and I'm a high school guy. So I'm gonna have to earn my way up. So I looked at the situations. I had PWOs. The situation for money wise was TSU, and for that, I'm like, that situation it ended up working out. So that was a situation that kind of turned why it was TSU, because it was closer to home and it was a more ideal situation.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Did you follow TSU much growing up?
No, not
Not so
really.
much.
So like I I'm like, so my culture, like I'm Hispanic, I'm Cuban and Venezuelan.
Okay.
So like, so I'm not really I wasn't really that connected much to football.
Oh, okay.
I was more of a baseball guy, more of a
Yep.
soccer guy.
Soccer and baseball. Yep.
Yep. So like as I was learning football, so was my family. So like
Mm.
that was like a thing. So I didn't really know, like I knew of TSU because it was a school, but like that's pretty much all I knew.
Mhm. And then, of course, Eddie George, Coach Eddie George gets the job. Now, I know you're familiar with him growing up in
Yeah,
Nashville, right?
for sure.
So,
My guy.
and then we had, of course, Coach Prime, who kind of kicked it off in terms of the high profile name. And I say that because pro football players have been coaching college football for years, for decades. So Coach Prime wasn't the
Right,
first, but as
right.
far as just that high profile name, he kind of kicked things off in recent times. And Eddie George followed right behind him. He was only a year later, and I know he's reached out to Coach Prime when Coach Prime was at Jackson State, asking him about the landscape and coaching in HBCU football and things like that. So he gets the job. Just kind of what was, and I know at that point, I don't know if you knew you'd be going to Tennessee State or if the recruitment had started, but just what were your thoughts in terms of the man himself, the Nashville legend, coaching the local college?
Very, very simple man. Very how he's I would say he's very, very professional. That's what I would
Mm,
say. Very professional. Cool dude, funny dude, loves to crack jokes sometimes. But yeah, as the man, cool dude, very professional, very smart, a lot of wisdom.
yeah, yeah.
So he had some really good success. You guys had a really good year. Um, there's a lot of debates, a lot of questions because that Southern Heritage Classic game was canceled after 22, and we didn't play in 23 or nor 24. So there was a lot of conversations around the Tennessee State success in the OVC and Jackson State success in the SWAC, who would win that game, how that would look. But the purpose of me bringing that up was the fact that with the success that Coach Eddie George had, it afforded him an opportunity to elevate to the FBS level, take the head coaching job, the Bowling Green, and we saw a lot of your teammates hit the portal. I'm assuming that was the reason why you wanted to exit and hit the portal. Let's talk about that transition and your thought process and Coach Eddie George coming to you guys and saying, "Hey, I'm going to take this job up here over at Bowling Green."
So when we found out, it kind of caught us by surprise. But obviously, we understood it's a better opportunity, it's a better situation. Who wouldn't take it? And then as we were thinking about it, we are like, okay, we see guys. From my point of view, I see guys leaving. And I'm like, okay, so basically the scenario I'm in right now, I'm losing teammates. I don't know who's my coach going to be. I don't know who my position coach is going to be either. A lot of uncertainty. Why not just see what I can get in the portal? That's how I viewed it. I mean, I have 2 years of film. Why not see what I can get? So that was my point of view of it. I mean, everything I've done there, I wouldn't take it back for anything. It was amazing. But
Mm,
yeah, that was my thought process behind it. Thought it was just time. It was perfect timing.
yeah. And with your time being there so amazing, talk a little bit about it at Tennessee State in general, starting out with as a student. Let's go there first.
So I'm gonna be honest. As a student, as a business major, it's really simple. I just do online classes and handle my business. So that for me is ideal. I love that. I can go into it as an athlete. For me, I started off as a walk on,
Mhm.
and then when camp started, I made the traveling squad, and then played in the last game. And then the next year, I earned a scholarship. Then after that, I was playing in every game or so. I was kind of like the sixth man.
Mhm.
And then the year after that, it was basically my time in terms of starting games and playing in every game that I was in. So
Sixth man. I like that. I
yeah,
haven't heard that analogy used, but I like it. I get it. It's the
yeah,
sixth man.
yeah. This Army knife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that as well. In watching your film, you played center and some interior guard roles. Where do you what position do you prefer to be at? Is it guard? Is it center? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what you like to do and how you like to play the game.
honestly, whichever one gets me on the field. But if I had to
Straight
pick,
answer.
if I had
I
to
like
pick,
that.
That's that business major coming out right there.
yeah, yeah. If
Go ahead.
I had to pick, it'd probably be center.
Yeah.
If anyone can't take the responsibility of knowing what to do, I mean, for me, I take pride in being a smart guy and being very technical. So if no one else can do that, and they, not that I say that they can't, I'll take that responsibility myself and do it myself.
Mhm.
Corey, I got a quick story. I played football in middle school. My 8th grade year, Chastain Middle School. I was a linebacker. I moved to center. You know why? Because exactly what he just said. Nobody could get it right. And I was like, you know what, coach? I'll do it. I'm saying that for a reason because being a center is not that easy. It's not easy because
Mhm.
you're controlling the line, you making sure that you're handling you're calling all the checks, man, at the line of scrimmage. You and the quarterback have to be in harmony. But y'all didn't come here to hear me talk about it. I wanted to get Alex's thought process on just how important the center role is. How important is the center quarterback harmony for that particular relationship to work?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, center is the quarterback of the O line. So without the center, you can't really get anything going. He sets the point, tells what the O line, what combinations he wants to do, make sure everybody's on the same page, and making sure, for example, running backs know what they got to do, quarterback what he's hot off of.
Mm.
Maybe if I see something with the safeties, if the natural triangles, I can tell him to flip the call, stuff like that. Like the responsibility is very high, but if you do it the right way, I mean, you're not gonna get talked about, but you know that you can take pride in it.
You usually on the O line, you get talked about when you ain't doing your job. You
That's
don't
the
get,
only. Yeah. That's when the fans realize you're even in the game. They don't even think about you until they forget
who is
all
that
about
that just keep hacking the ball so high?
Yeah,
you.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
that's how
yeah,
you have a good day when no one talks about you. So
Yeah.
that's right.
yeah.
So let's talk about the move, man. The move from the Tennessee State Tigers to the Jackson State Tigers. How did Jackson State get in the mix in the recruitment?
So I was just looking through schools that I thought would be like a good scenario for me, and I came across Manny Ramirez.
Yeah,
That's the guy. And then
that's
so
business, man.
yeah, so I followed him, and then King, my trainer, knew him. So like I started to get to know a little bit about him beforehand, and then he follows back. We start talking more, and then that's when and he's one of the first schools that actually offered me, like Jackson State. So that's when I kind of knew it was serious, because like I had bigger schools talking to me, but they weren't really. We were just kind of waiting to see what I would do, and I really didn't want to play that game.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how Jackson State came into the mix.
Coach Manny Ramirez, man, one of the best in the business. How much I love his approach. He's a family man. I mean, we've had him on Tiger Talk. Um, just great family, man. I mean, he brings the O line, I think, in every week to eat at his house, and that's just by his own admission. Played several years in the NFL at the center position for one of the most analytical quarterbacks in football history, and one the likes of Peyton Manning. Let's talk about some of those conversations, because I can only imagine you guys have had some conversations in regards to being at the center position, kind of, some ideas as far as how he plans to use you on this particular Jack State Tiger offensive O-line. Let's get a little bit of that, if you don't mind sharing that.
Absolutely. So in terms of what he sees in me, he doesn't expect me just to be a depth guy. I mean, there's a spot that needs to be taken. He expects me to come in and set the tone and take that spot. So that hit just the way Manny's being real about it. I mean, that's what I was looking for. I talked to him about it. I told him up front, I'm not coming to a spot I can't. If I'm gonna be politicking or anything else, he says, you don't have to worry about that. Like Manny, I don't know Manny. I mean, he's straight up. Like he's real. He has no reason to lie to you.
Mm.
So when I was talking to him, we wanted the situation to be. He set it up to me like this. He says, "I don't think you understand the opportunity you have in front of you. You have a chance to come in and be an immediate impact guy and start. Now he's like, I put it in your hands.
Mm.
So
Can't ask for anything more than that.
exactly. If I handle my business, then it's that. So
Love it. I love it. So, Coach Manny is the initial reason why you became attracted to Jackson State. But let's talk about just Jackson State in general, the school, the team. Had you been following JSU at all, and did you know just how good of a program it was, or was that part of the surprise to you?
absolutely. I told myself if I was gonna go to another HBCU, it was Jackson State.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so I've been watching, and yes, absolutely, y'all
Love it.
been dominant, and I've been loving what I've been seeing. So
You can say
I want,
we've been dominant. You don't have to say y'all. You're part of it now. You can say we've
yeah,
been
yeah,
dominant.
we've been dominating.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we're
Say
gonna dominate. We're gonna
there you
dominate.
go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, man. No, I just let me ask you this. Share a little bit about the conversation that you and Ace, you guys seemingly came on a package deal. You know, Ace a little younger than you,
Mhm.
has 4 years of football left, redshirt freshman. Let's talk about, I think, is that his brother, Connor, or is his cousin, or his brother?
Mhm.
Okay. I think he just committed to Central Florida, if I'm not mistaken,
Mhm.
UCF.
Yep.
That man, that Tennessee State, we say it all the time, man. That team is loaded, man. You guys have some talent on that team, man.
Absolutely.
But I want to talk about you guys' you know, your relationship, man, and how does it feel to be able to come to Jackson State with one of your former teammates, or with one of your teammates from Tennessee State, not former.
Mhm. It's really it's when we both viewed it as like the situation wise, we sit down, we literally sat down in the airport, we talked about it because our flight got delayed. So we were like, in terms of football and school, why not this place? We couldn't come up with many reasons why not.
Okay.
Mm.
So we were like, okay, so what is stopping us from making that decision? Nothing. Why wait on something else? You know? And Ace is my guy. He's like my little brother. I got his back forever. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Um, bright future ahead of him. But yeah, in terms of us coming together, it is nice. It's nice to have someone I know in a sense that I can continue that brotherhood and kind of sort of bring the kind of passion or kind of lessons I've learned to Jackson with, and maybe even help even more.
Yeah.
So,
Chico, talk about that visit. Of course, Ace came with you, and you got a chance to attend the spring. What do we call it? A spring scrimmage? I don't know
Yeah,
what to
spring
call it. What
scrimmage.
the spring game? Spring
Yeah, the
scrimmage.
spring scrimmage. Yeah.
So, how was the visit? What stood out about it? And tell us what all you did. We got some nosy fans. They want to know all the business. So, let's take us through that visit. What happened?
okay, so I'll give you the details about the visit, and then I'll tell you what I liked about
Okay.
it. All right, so the visit, we come in, we land, we're on a little, we get picked up by what's his name? I forgot his name, unfortunately.
CC.
CC, my guy. So CC picks us up. It's pretty funny. Me and Ace walk down. So we know like this is like a football town, like Jackson is. So like we walked by him thinking he was just like a fan, and then like he turns around and looks at us. He's like, "Alex and Ace." I'm like, "Oh yeah, what's up?" So like he was like, "Why did you walk by me?" I was like, we thought you were a fan. You didn't say anything to us." So we did that. He picks us up. We get in I believe it's just like Mercedes,
Sprinter.
some Sprinter.
Mercedes, yeah.
Yeah. So we go in the Sprinter. We drive around. Um, I look at the area. It's like not. It reminded me of old Nashville, really. So, but yeah, we're driving to the spring scrimmage, and then we get to the spring scrimmage, and then I think we immediately take a tour of the school. A lot bigger than TSU in terms of spread out, because
Okay.
TSU's kind of
Yeah.
like a big. It's like
I
a
got
big
you.
oval. And then after that, we go. I think yeah, we go take a facility of the like or tour of the facilities, and then after that we go eat, and then after that we get like a little break, and then after that I think we come back and do some more meetings.
Mm.
And we eat again. It's very simple. It's not a lot for my nosy fans out there, but pretty simple. But I guess some things that stood out while I was there. Um, just like I talk to players, I talk to coaches, I talk to fans. I mean, the fans, awesome, amazing. Obviously, family vibe. Players, up front, it didn't feel like any like weird. I didn't get any weird energy from the players. Like it was like you come in, you're family, like you're a
Yeah.
brother. And then same thing with the coaches, like we're gonna take care of you, this and that. And then obviously in terms of like me as a player, the situation wise, they need a center. So I was like, okay, perfect. That's first off, do you need me? Perfect. That checks off one box. How's the people? The people are amazing. The coaches, I couldn't like Manny like is the main one of the main reasons I'm here. But everything else is it's just a big it's amazing. Everything just works together so well. So yeah,
Mm.
basically people amazing, teammates, I'm looking forward to be with them and the coaches, coaching staff, they actually seem cool with each other. They're not it didn't seem like weird or
Yeah.
anything
Right.
like that. So just the situation is we have something really good going on in Jackson. So
Yeah, you mentioned some things that I just think. I mean, can't say enough about Coach Manny. I mean, just a great addition to the staff. We had the best offensive line in the conference, best rushing attack. Let me ask you a couple of questions about just an idea, not a couple of questions, just a thought, multiple thoughts in one question. Run, pass pro and run protection. Just kind of want to get your thought process on, you know, which one do you prefer? I know you're just doing your job up front, but I don't think people really understand. The casuals don't really understand the difference between the two, and the 5 is 1 operating as as an offensive line. But let's talk a little bit about the art of pass pro, run pro on the offensive line from the center position.
hmm for me, I view it as at the center position when it comes to run blocking and pass blocking. You're kind of a almost I would say I think the word is facilitator. You're
Okay.
making sure your guard has the block secured, push him through to the linebacker, or when we're sliding in pass pro, you're making sure your guard wins his one on one. If not, you can help, or you're viewing the defense, see if any twists are coming or any blitzes. When you said which one is my favorite, for me, I like to like run in space. I think my speed is what catches people off guard.
Mm.
And I love reaching like a three tech, or I love outside zone, just getting running. That's my favorite. Or pulling, I love pulling. That's a fun thing to do. I love being in space and just hitting people really hard.
Hey man, Corey, that's gonna be fun. We got a lot of weapons on offense, man, to get them in space. So I can
Yeah,
see I can see Alex now, man, or see Chico pulling and creating a hole for Travis Terrell or Nate Rimbert or somebody, man. It's gonna be fun.
yeah.
Looking forward to it.
So you're still finishing up at TSU. When can we expect to have you on campus for the first summer semester?
That's the plan. So they want me there May 20th. But I get the official transcripts here at TSU May 13th.
Okay.
So hopefully I can get that done quickly. If I don't get the official transcript May 13th, I will go up there myself and try to get something going so I can get that there the 14th because we
Yeah.
know how HBCUs roll. Love my HBCUs, but kind of takes a while to get things done
Hmm.
in terms of
Yeah.
academics. So I'll just have to probably go there myself and get that done so I can be here on the 20th. The more time I'm here, the better.
Hmm.
So
Better.
I'm not trying to have a learning curve or anything. I'm trying to get out here and get running immediately.
Yep.
What are some things you want to work on in your next 2 years of football? What does that look like for you? Let's talk about some strengths and let's talk about some weaknesses that you hope to turn into strengths.
So for me, I'd say a weakness is just sometimes me having natural leverage can get in the way of me actually getting low and from like below guys.
Mhm.
So for me, in terms of speed, I would love to get to my aiming points faster. Obviously, I'm not the player I want to be yet, and if I am, it's not good enough. It's never good enough.
Mhm.
So my plan is to obviously keep working on my technique. So in terms of run blocking, get to my aim points faster, push people down more, work, communicate better, make sure there's no gray area. Same thing with pass pro. Stay locked in on my aim points, stay locked in on my technique. Because if I have no technique, I'm not a good lineman. So basically, like you always have to get better. I wouldn't say like my strengths have got me this far, but obviously my weaknesses in terms of my height disadvantage or my reach disadvantage. Just honestly keep finding ways to keep getting better with those. So whether that's taking a bigger step or learning how to, I don't know, do something in the weight room to get my weakness stronger.
Mm.
But yeah, that's
Love that.
yeah.
Yep. Chico, what are you looking forward to the most as you get ready to leave home for the first time and get to Jackson?
Right. Obviously just living on my own. I'm really excited to do that and see what it's like to be like independent, you know. And then obviously seeing what it's like to be with like in Jackson with the fans, with the people, with my teammates, seeing what connections I can build, and go winning another national championship.
It's a great answer.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I love that, man. I love that.
Have you looked at the schedule yet? Is there a game that stands out?
I have it right here.
Okay, let's look at it. What
So
game?
we got
Obviously the first game, but other than
Hampton.
that,
Yeah, obviously Hampton, Southern Mississippi, or
okay.
Southern Miss. Very excited for that one.
Mm-hmm.
We got Tuskegee. We got Southern. We got Alabama A&M. We got Alabama State. We got Grambling. We got Florida A&M, Mississippi Valley, I believe, and then Bethune and Alcorn. I think we're gonna win another
So
championship.
all of them.
Yeah.
I like
Oh yeah,
that.
no
I
doubt
think
about
we
that.
are too. Yeah, man. I think hey, we got some really cool games on the schedule. I think one game that sticks out. We gotta get our leg back against Grambling. That was a game that was a turning point of our season last year. We played them in Vegas.
Mhm.
It's gonna be a really good time. But 11 games this season. Then we host the SWAC championship again, and then we go to the Celebration Bowl again. That's the
Yep.
ultimate goal. Did you get a chance to visit the vet? I want to talk a little bit about the stadium.
That team was good.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So when I walked in, I saw it and I was like, "Wow, this is a college football stadium. Like, it is beautiful."
I got it right behind me, man. I love
Yeah.
that.
Oh, beautiful. And then just the locker room, everything. It's like a mini like NFL stadium. Like that's what I would describe it as. You
Yeah.
got your locker room. You go to the stadium. Beautiful grass. Love grass. Oh my gosh. So yeah.
Yeah, man. They have hosted several NFL games, well, preseason NFL games. I don't think it's been any regular season, if I'm not mistaken, but
Right.
definitely preseason NFL games there at the vet. So a historic stadium.
Yeah.
Chico, before we get you out of here, man, let us know their height and weight. What's their current height and weight, and what's the ideal playing weight for the season?
So 6 foot, and then right now I'm 290, 295. I'll probably play around that weight. Might get to 300 depending, but I like to be quick. So yeah, I'll be playing at 295, 300.
I know Coach Beef is our strength and conditioning coach, man, has done a fantastic job of helping the players stay the same weight, but slim down, carry more lean muscle than fat. It's just been a marvel to just watch the transformation of a lot of their bodies and physiques, and he does a fantastic job, man. So I know you're gonna be ready to rock and roll, man, barring no injuries and nothing like that, unforeseen change or anything. You'll be ready to rock and roll. So 6 feet, 295 is what we're looking at. Good deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ready to
And then
get
you mentioned your major earlier. What do you want to do with that when football is over with? What's that career goal?
So my family owns a business. They're in the refurbishing, so they go to apartment complexes or houses and clean the carpet, repair it, do the floor, drywall, paint, all that stuff. I would like to build upon that with my degree from what I've learned and bring in my young, new business ideas,
Yep.
Yes.
and then eventually go into real estate and have my own firm.
Great plan.
It's a great plan, man. Great plan. Don't deviate from that, man. Real estate is a great place to go. You may even have some opportunities to get you a little real estate in Jackson, man. You never know.
Definitely.
That's the
What's that social media?
So Instagram, you see it right there, AB2 Nice. I think on Twitter it's the same. And if not, you can just search on my name, Alex Valbuena or Chico. I mean, there you go. That'll be very simple.
All right.
There it is, man.
Last thing, Ken, you got something? I got one
I
last
was just
thing.
gonna say, man, this is fun to crash the interview party, man. I'm glad to be here. Good to see you again, man. We're excited. We'll definitely be seeing you throughout summer workouts. us and the crew will be we'll be stopping in periodically, man.
In
And
the
we're only
building.
4 months away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're only 4 months away from week 0, man. It's not
Time
it's gonna
flies.
go by like this.
Mhm.
And before you know it, we'll be back in the mix. You're gonna see all the trash talking. It get a little nasty in the SWAC. It's rough. We call it rough in the SWAC, man.
Rough in the
It get
swag.
a little nasty over here, man. So,
Yeah.
just let us do all the talking online. We got your back.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, we
you.
got
I
you.
appreciate y'all.
And speaking of that online, I know the fans have probably shown you a lot of love online. So just talk about that outpouring of love and support from the fans, and then give them a message right back.
Absolutely. So the love I received was insane. Like I have never received that much love for anything else. I mean, we I love family. Y'all are amazing. Truly, y'all are. I feel home. This feels like a big old family, and that motivates me more to come in, do my job, and go win. Hope y'all win another national championship.
All right.
Well, you say
Good
you
stuff.
got 2 years, so we want to get 2 of them things.
For sure. For
Nah,
sure.
but one at a time, though. One at a time. We're trying to get that dynasty, like Coach O say. We're trying to build a dynasty over here, man.
Yeah. Love Coach O. That's my guy.
All right, all
Absolutely.
right. Chico, man, it's been a pleasure. Can't wait to get you in the Jack. Can't wait for you to officially, we already official, but you know what I mean, officially
Yeah.
join the family and get you
Absolutely.
those rings, man. So keep up the great work, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all for having me. Can't wait.
All right, man.
All
Go
right. Take
Tigers.
care, man. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.